And pre-recording timer is on.
Sounds fantastic.
So, welcome back, ladies and gentiles.
100%. What a pleasure.
Yeah, we are
What
back
a
with
pleasure.
another episode.
Mm.
I think we're back on schedule now.
Mm.
The last two episodes have been uploaded when they needed to. We had them scheduled and pre-run and preset and all, so it all should be good.
Lovely.
Mm.
Now, we had a power outage yesterday,
Mm.
which was quite fascinating to have to deal with. And we nearly recorded with
Candles.
with candlelight.
Yeah.
That
Next
would
time
have
it
been
happens,
fun.
we'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to do that because I think it's all part of the whole theme behind this is just to be absolutely raw and interesting and just us sharing what's on our hearts. I had your friend message me at early hours of this morning, which was quite strange, so I replied a little bit later. And it just shows you that people are looking for connection. And I realized that the more we look into this and the more we're going about this things about men speaking to men, the more I'm realizing the importance of that connection. The men need somebody to connect with. And I was speaking to Russell from our connection at church as well, and he was talking about how he's finding more and more that it's important for men to speak to men and men to be there for men, because a lot of men don't have the ability or the kind of group or
Capacity.
Well, capacity, yes, but who do they speak to when times are tough? And as much as what they're married and they might be in relationships and they might have kids and that, the big thing is who do they speak to and who do they connect with. So as you know, we've been busy with something that we'll launch at a later stage and we'll speak about it. But it's so important for me that I found there's a huge demand we don't even know about, but there's such a huge demand for men being able to speak to men and men being able to connect with men. And we've often said this as well, is iron sharpens iron, and it's a good place for men. There's something we're creating that's going to be able to facilitate this, which I'm looking forward to. Yesterday, I had the absolute privilege of being at this Global Leadership Summit, GLS 2025, and my word, it was so incredible to see the depth and the what's the word? It's the insight and the exposure, if you want to call it that, of the value of leadership and having the right leader in place. And one of the main leaders that spoke right from the outset, Craig Grischel, he was talking about boring is where growth and development lies, and profit. And it's so weird to think boring, and he talks about this flashy and all this out there, this wow, look at me, this impressive whole demeanor that a lot of people think is important is actually, it's not where it's at, because it's literally a flash in the pan. And so the boring is doing things consistently, showing up consistently, being there all the time, and just doing it over and over and over. And that's where growth and profit and suddenly arrives.
It's a compound effect. It's a small thing.
Very much so.
The small things that add up.
Yeah. I'm reminded of that as well with you in your work situation, there's times where I'm sure you must think just this is boring. Really the same old, same old, same old. But that's where, how are you finding it?
At the moment, it's pretty boring. It's all the inspections. I wouldn't say it's boring. It's just it's monotonous. It's the same thing over and over. Taking a photo, going to a property, that's not too bad at being there. But then getting back and just having to sit 15 pages, all the comments, adding in a comment, adding in your comment, adding in a photo. It's just it's a little bit challenging at the moment because it doesn't require a lot of brain power, so it makes me feel quite tired while I'm doing it. And I'm someone who likes to tick things off a list, and an inspection takes like 3 or 4 hours to tick one thing off on the list. So yeah, it's not easy at the moment. But that is the season now. At the end of the 12 months and 6 months.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we're at the end of the 12 months. I was speaking to one of my colleagues this morning, and she was saying there's 49 days till the 19th of December when we close down as a company. And
there's
you
not
think,
a lot of days left.
Not a lot of days.
Is that working days or?
Working days, okay. Yeah. I counted them with today to verify it. That's strange. But it's amazing to think that people choose to put these things in place and to monitor how many days left to the countdown, in a sense, at the end of the year. And so often I think about people when you do that, are you focused on the end of the year and what after that? Is it the holidays? Is it the festivities? Is it the family time? Those kind of stuff. Are people really focused on where life is going? What have they chosen to implement in their lives, and how are they making changes in their lives as well? And I think when you're young, you don't think about there. You're thinking about right now and the happiness, the pleasure, and doing things now, kind of thing, as opposed to planning for what lies ahead and focusing on that and choosing to be focused on the future versus right now. Pain now, pleasure later.
Now we can't use that again for another title.
I know we can't. No, and we won't. So,
yeah. But maybe you can explain a little bit more, because I think I got lost a little bit there where you were saying you're talking about going towards the end of the year and people are counting down, and then I lost you after that.
Okay.
So I didn't follow where you went and how you were saying what comes after that and what you're focusing on and now. Like, I didn't follow where you went with that.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that people are looking at 19th of December, that's the end of the year, in a sense. And they're looking to that, and they're looking to end of year festivities, and it's almost like they're focusing just on that particular aspect. They're not focusing on there's only so many days left. How can I
it's almost
do
like a rush
something
to get to the end?
Exactly, and it's almost like they're setting themselves up to allow time to pass by, as opposed to time. I only have 49 days. From tomorrow, it's only 48 days left of active business operating days. For us, as entrepreneurs, there's obviously every day except for Sundays, which I choose to say not on Sundays, but there's those. When you think about it, though, it's like, what's 48 days today? Nothing, in a sense, but it's so much. And
okay, I think I got what you were trying to say. Okay.
So in a sense, it's nice to be looking forward to the year in function. And I'm wondering, I'm considering surprising everybody and doing something this year, because I've never done anything in the amount of time that I've been at the company. But Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, one or two of your colleagues watch here, so don't give away too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I may or may not.
More about the GLS. What else did you learn? So, what is it? So, for the people who don't know what GLS is, it's a gathering of a bunch of people who are very well versed and educated in leading. And this is just it's a summit where they come and they try and teach how to be leaders.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to be part of it. And unfortunately, work took preference. But there is something I can remember from some pictures where it would be like, this is what a leader is and this is what a boss is. And they would say a boss is a guy who delegates, and a leader is someone who comes in and shows you how to do it and walks with you. So there was, I can't remember exactly what the picture was. I think it was they were pulling something, and it was like the boss was saying, pull it that way. And then the leader was saying, no, let's move it this way.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And put each shoulders to the wheel.
Yeah. So I think I don't know, that's my sort of understanding of leading, is it's different to delegating. Leading, you've got to be, I don't know, leading by example. It's very secular, the definition I just gave there, but I'll think a little bit about it. Tell us a little bit more about the GLS yesterday.
So thank you for that. A very important point was what Craig was talking about is how he took what he felt at the time was a good idea, but it was a God idea. And he looked at his double garage and he said, there's more than just a double garage. This could grow into something. And he spoke to his wife, and it has grown from just starting a church with a couple of people from the garage to 42 different churches throughout America. And the power of boring, just being consistent in doing the same thing over and over and over, and how he talks about, instead of being flashy and out there and broadcasting in the news, that kind of thing, it's just the same old, just the consistency, because that's what draws people, is somebody being consistent all the time. So he spoke a lot about that and the value of that. And then we had some other speakers. And one lady she's the head of TIAA, which is a company that manages assets. And they've got over $1 trillion worth of assets that they manage, and she's working that. She's a wife. She's a mother.
Thinking about the numbers, it doesn't even register.
That's huge.
$1 trillion, and times that by 20. Insane.
Yeah, no.
Insane.
Yeah, so
that's like 5 Lamborghinis.
Yeah, with the small change.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, with the small change. And so she manages that. She's the MD of the business. She worked with Alexander Forbes. So she's grown out of that. But the interesting thing is she comes from a family of absolute poverty. But she says poverty in the world sense of don't have wealth and money, but the family is what was for her so important. And yes, she's the MD of this massive company, but yet she doesn't forget her roots, and she doesn't forget her parents and what her parents instilled within her. She's a wife, she's a mother, and she talks about how people often focus on what do we bring to the table, and 100%. I bring 100% to the business, but she says that's a lie. It's not the truth.
So you can't devote yourself all the time, your whole work day and all work life.
Yeah, 100%. Correct. Yes, and so she knows that when there's seasons and there's a whole lot of elements that bring together that create the 100. So while she's at work and while she's going through certain things, she's like 70% there, but 30% of the family, 30% with the family and everything related to that. Other times she's a wife, and so she knows who her husband is, and she's devoted to him. And but as a package, it's not 100% all in one item. It's greater percentages that are required at certain times in the business, and that to me was fascinating to see that. And how do we apply ourselves in our own work situation? Do I give you 100% of my day, 10% of my day, 5% of my day, or 20% of my day when we're together? So I like that about her. She's married to a Marine who's a stay-at-home dad because obviously of her situation and that kind of stuff. And that's fantastic for them. She's obviously the breadwinner at this particular point in their lives, but she doesn't, neither of them hold that against each other or hold that, because so many people can get caught up in, a man must provide and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
So there's that. And then there was another lady who talks about how we can have so much stuff, and if we can deconstruct and restrict what is in place and take out what is actually needed versus all the stuff that's involved, we can actually be so much more productive. And about 30% of our productivity gets sucked into processes and all that kind of stuff that comes with it. So that was interesting to see her bring that in. And then Pastor John Maxwell, who's a world-renowned business leader, leadership trainer, and that he was speaking about our workplace legacy, what we leave behind. And our workplace legacy is so important. Is how are you, as an individual, applying yourself in your work, and what impact are you having on other people's lives? What are you imparting? How are you helping them uplift? How are you helping benefit them in how they see business, how they see life? All those kind of things that was incredible. And he talks about how his dad, he showed a photo of his dad who was 82 or 85 or something like that, and how he just absolutely looked up to his dad. And when he knew his dad was close to his passing on, he went to where his dad was, and he just told the nurses, listen, I want to spend time with my dad. And he spoke to his dad, and he's just talking about how he's speaking to his dad and the things that his dad had instilled in him, which he was which has impacted what he does as a man in his own business. And he spent the whole day with his dad, and every time he spoke about something, he got up and he kissed his dad on the forehead or on the cheek, and he loved his dad, and he went and sat down and he spoke about the next thing and did the same thing and did the next thing and did the same thing. And he says after either 24 or 27 lessons that he was able to speak to his dad about, and the impact that his dad had on his life, which allowed him to be as impactful as he is today. I mean, John Maxwell has sat, even with our own president, he's actually sat here, and back in the day, of course.
Serious influential people. Yeah.
But he sat with kings and queens and princes and presidents and prime ministers. He sat with across the board. So the legacy in your workplace, what legacy are you leaving or imprinting in your colleagues, and that as well. And then lastly, which I really liked, and I've really been challenged on this, is procrastination and how to beat procrastination. This was by a gentleman who's actually got a PhD, who's a doctorate in a specific line of work that he's doing, and how he spoke about the value and importance of sleep. And remember, I spoke to you about we need to make your room dark. He says that is absolutely critical. Your room has to be dark for you to sleep properly, deeply, and to get the benefit of proper sleep. So we'll make a plan. We need to get your whole room dark because it's too light, and I think you'll find that your life will change quite a bit as well as a result of that.
I think I just need more restful sleep.
Yeah.
So I get 6 hours should be enough. And
but it's broken because of the light. There's too much light going on in your space, so you're not going into
REM sleep.
Correct. So deep darkness while you sleep is critical.
We just need to get I need to get some automated blinds so that when it starts lighting up, it start lifting up.
Yeah, something like that.
Is it just me, or is it taking seriously long for the sun to get up this summer?
I think it's just you.
Okay, I don't know.
I think it's
the end of summer. The last summer, I was waking up with the sun, and I thought, this is so cool. I can't wait for summer to come back.
Yes.
And now up and there's no sun until about 6:30 or 6.
Yeah, look, we have had quite a bit of cloud cover, which is having an impact on that. So it's normal.
Oh, well.
But that was it. That was yesterday. I'm not sorry I was in attendance. I've got the booklet. I need to just keep working through it. And it's had an impact on my life. And it's just an add-on impact on all the other stuff that has already been impacted in, impactful in my life.
Very nice, Dad.
So next year, you will be in attendance.
Yes.
I will make sure of that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for sharing. Thanks for keeping abreast with it.
You're welcome.
I think we can leave it there. I don't have much to add. We've just been super, super busy with all the rest. Just been doing work, doing stuff. So I don't have anything really exciting to add. So I think we can cut it there unless you have anything else you want to say or add.
Yeah, I just want to say it's great for me to see how you're applying yourself in the modeling stuff. I saw some photos on the WhatsApp status. It's good to see that. And I want to encourage you to continue allowing God to use you in that space.
Thank you. Yeah,
it'll be good.
We'll do. We've got classes tomorrow. We're launching a new stream.
Okay.
When this video goes up, it will be on the same day, so 17th. It's called Upstream. It's about going counterclockwise to what culture is doing. So it's based off of Romans 12, verse 2. Do not conform to the patterns of this world.
I like that.
We're going to see. It's open to everyone, so even the parents can come along. So we'll see what it's all about and who's buying in. What I'm most excited about is that we're getting some merch for the group, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
But that's about the highlight of my week. This week has just been nose in the books and on paper trying to get everything done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's amazing. That gentleman I introduced you to, his name is Peter. His creativity is next. Well, I don't want to use next level. It's on a different level. And just today, I had somebody that was looking for some stuff, so I copied that, pasted it to him, and I said, I think this is in line with what you're doing, that kind of stuff. He was at the police station to report an accident. Someone had written into him. And then he responded to these people, and not long after that, one of the person who posted the request for someone like him to approach them, they came back and they said he has approached, and we've decided to go with him.
Just like that.
Just like that, same day. So I posted that back to him and I said, look, you see, this is what's happening. Not long after that, another person said, please share his details with us. We also want to use him. So now...
Just off one little thing, 2 times now. Well done.
So it's amazing when you pick these things up, you identify them, and you connect people. And that's, I know, is a gifting that I have as well, that God's given me. And it's important to apply oneself in that regard and help people.
For sure.
But I'm happy for him because now, just this week, he's had 3 new potential clients. It's Quintrell, it's this person plus a new person.
Awesome.
Just like that.
Awesome
Now he's
stuff.
running around. Now he's too busy as a single person.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Yes,
Time to employ.
Awesome stuff.
But his creativity is unbelievably phenomenal.
Awesome.
He's gifted in that space.
Yeah, so if we ever need to make merch, Slice of Mills, we'll be able to
we'll
find
go
someone.
to him for sure.
Maybe make some swords on a shirt or something. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
That is Slice of Mills episode 12, I think.
I
don't know. I got confused now because we're adding in the power of choice.
Yeah.
In between. Doesn't seem to be doing too well at the moment, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll just not. Maybe we don't have a nice enough thumbnail yet. We'll design something. We'll look at it.
Like and share, please. That'd be great.
Like, share, subscribe, comment.
Yeah, we want comments. We really want comments. We
help us beat the algorithm. Well, not beat the algorithm, but get to the right people.
All right. Thank you very much. This is us slicing out. All the best. Take care. Bye for now.
Cheers.